Now, if you've picked up the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 and you're considering the official keyboard, you're going to want to watch this video. This is EBPMAN Tech Reviews, and today we're going to take a look at the official Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 keyboard, and as a bonus, we're going to cover a tempered glass screen protector that's going to keep your screen fingerprint free. Let's get right to it. Now, one of the things that makes the Tab S6 such a versatile device is the fact that it has a keyboard that includes a trackpad. Well, in this video, we're going to do a deep dive into the keyboard, and I'm also going to share with you my experience with the Super Shield's tempered glass screen protector. This is an incredibly easy protector to install, and it also comes with two, so if you make a mistake with one, you have a backup one to continue. This screen protector reduces the amount of smudge and fingerprints that you have on your screen. Let's get right to it.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the little bell icon to get notified when new videos become available.
Now, the official Samsung keyboard has two components to it. The first thing that it has is a cover, and we're going to see how this cover works in a couple seconds. And then what you have is your keyboard. Now, as we take a look at the keyboard, the first thing that we'll highlight is that it has connectors. These connectors right here connect to the very bottom of your tablet, and these are your guide points. This is magnetic. Now, the other thing about this keyboard is that it doesn't require any power whatsoever. It is powered by your tablet itself. Now, the keys themselves are very responsive, and they have a click to them, but they're not really loud. Let me just type on it for a second. So you can hear how it makes that feedback sound. But one of the things I like about it, and I don't have ginormous hands. You can see the size of my hands here on screen. It's very easy to travel. I didn't really have a lot of problems, typing up the script even for this video on this keyboard. It worked really well. I also like the fact that the keys themselves, as we take a look at the keys, this is really PC-like. This is really laptop-like. When you notice here that the keys themselves, there's function keys. So notice how you have F1 all the way up through F12. You have your delete, you have your space bar. You do have some multi-function keys that by pressing this function button is going to give you other aspects. You also have kind of your, I'd say kind of your guides. You see this on keyboards where you have the F and the J. It's kind of like where you can rest your fingers, and it has these little, not grooves, but they're a little bit raised so that you can rest your fingers right on the spot that you want to start so that you can go ahead and travel. Very responsive, easy to type, and I can tell you personally, it really takes the tablet experience to the next level. It really makes it like if it was a laptop. I have to say that in my opinion, this is probably the best keyboard that I've tested, and having tested a lot of keyboards with the tabs in the past that they've made to date. Now, you do have these little contact points here on each side, which is going to allow your tablet to rest and not cause it any damage in the event that it's squishing down on it. So now I'm going to grab my tab, and you notice right here we have kind of like the keyboard dots or the connecting points, and then you have the actual resting area. Now, as you put this right here, it's going to guide. Did you notice that? Let's do this again. So I'm just going to bring it, and watch what's going to happen. It almost seeks it. And then once it gets into place, you're pretty much good to go. I'm going to close it this way so you can see what that looks like. So it stays in place, and it doesn't add a lot of weight or thickness to it. So take a look at this. Really, really thin, right? Flip it this way. Now, the one thing I will say, and I don't know if it's a disappointment or not, but it doesn't add a lot of thickness to us, which means it doesn't add a lot of protection either. So one of the things I would recommend is that if you're going to be carrying it on a campus or in the office, is probably having kind of a very thin sleeve that you can put this in, because I'm just really concerned if I were to drop it, right? So here you can see how this looks right here, and you can see how it comes out on the side. Now, you do have another piece, and one of the things that I was kind of worried with or about and was disappointed was the placement of the S Pen. So having the S Pen here concerns me because this is really easy to fall off. Now, watch this. I say it's really easy to come off. It's not going to come off just by itself. But if you tap it by mistake, notice that? Let's do that again. So I'll put it back on. And while it's on, this sucker's not going to come off, right? And we'll flip it this way. It's not going to happen. But the problem is if you tap it, see how easy it comes off? And if you tap it this way, you're done. So that's one of the areas that I was concerned about. But with this case, right, this sleeve that you have here, the cool thing about this is that I can put this, and I'm going to remove this plastic, right? And I'm just going to place it right here. Now this really makes it complete. Notice how nice this is. It's very discreet. I like that Samsung is not, screaming out at you. So this is a discreet logo. And now what I have here is the ability to have my pen secure. Now, It's not going anywhere. So I love the fact that you have that. Now, this back also serves as a kickstand. So notice this. See how that comes up? And it stays in place. This is what's so cool about this. And this is why I was saying that this is a really cool design. Notice how it has a hinge mechanism right there? So this hinge, notice, right? And it's just really great. It stays in place. So I'm going to put the tablet like this. I'm going to open it up. And now what I have is a really cool keyboard for what was a tablet and now works almost like a mini laptop. Now notice this. Once I have this connected, I have DeX mode is enabled. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. You can see that little message that's right there. I'm going to say OK. And now it's going into DeX mode. Now, for those of you who've never heard of DeX, DeX is kind of like a desktop version. It changes your tablet from being a tablet mode to something that's more akin to, I don't want to call it like a Chromebook, but it does get closer to like a Chromebook experience. So now when you look at things, notice how things are more in line with what I would consider a laptop. Now, as it looks more like a laptop, you have a mouse. So notice the mouse. So now you have mouse control, and this is really, really well implemented. Now, keep in mind, even if you didn't have this keyboard case, it would still, if you had a Bluetooth mouse, you would get the pointer. But this just really transforms the functionality completely of your tablet. And I just feel that it's really well implemented. So what you have is you have your notes. You can actually, in the DeX application, you have access to Word. You have access to, you could put Google Docs, and you can actually type just like if you would on a laptop. Let me show you. All right, so I went ahead and launched Word, and you can notice how Word looks like the full version of Word, but obviously the ribbon itself is a little bit more compact. But let's try typing. And again, I can go up, I can go down. Here's my starting point, and I can say this is a test. I can say the brown fox jumped over the fence. Right? I can also go back, right? So watch this. I can tap twice, and I can make this bold, right? And I can spell check. This literally works like if it was a laptop. The responsiveness is great. It gives you a really nice experience. But really, as we focus on this keyboard, it takes this tablet to a total different level. Also, with the DeX mode, it just, again, gives you that laptop feel. Now, you don't have to operate always in DeX mode. You could also use this in tablet mode too. But I find that the keyboard with the tablet in this mode is the actual best mode to work in. So DeX and the keyboard combined is absolutely fantastic. Now, the other thing about the keyboard with the DeX combination is that it makes your experience more PC-like. Now, how do you switch from app to app on a PC? Well, you Alt-Tab. Watch this. I can do Alt, and as I press Tab, guess what? All my windows come up. How cool is that? And I can go back, and I can go forth. Right? I can tap on what's behind it. Again, the learning curve on this is incredible because there really isn't any. So it gives you all those features that you're used to in a standard PC, but everything in a compact form factor that is very portable in the Tab S6. Now, the next thing I wanted to share with you is the tempered glass screen protector that I have on this tablet. So as we see here, this is the Super Shields tempered glass screen protector. Now, I've used Super Shields in the past. I've used them for many years, and I've used them in all my tablets. I've actually have it on my iPad Pro. I had it in my previous Tab S3, S4, and now on the S6. And the neat thing about this is there's a couple of things that you'll find. It's going to help against fingerprints, which this screen in itself, in my original video, I highlighted how much the fingerprints were present. It's going to keep the clearness. It's going to be like glass because it is glass. And then it's going to help when it comes to just all of the grime and dirt. It's just going to repel it really well. So you're going to get a lot of things. So you're going to get in this pack kind of like the standard kit of things that you would find. You're going to get screen protector cleaners. So you see the cleaning agents here so you can wipe things down. And then this is the second glass protector that I have not used. So I'm going to open this up and pull this out so you can see what it looks like. And you can see here is the glass, right? And it has film that you remove. And I'm going to show you what it looks like on the screen. Installing this is pretty simple. It is very simple. And then what I also like about it is that it is very much case friendly. So as we take a look at this screen, I have not wiped this down. I'm going to tap on the screen. Notice my fingers are on it. Notice that there aren't any smudges really coming up as much as it would on your specific tablet at home. And I haven't done anything to clean off my fingers. You know, this is just standard use. And after time, yeah, you're going to get some fingerprints, but I can just wipe off of it. I don't have to worry about anything. And what I want to do is show you, notice the sides here. So notice here on the sides how it really really comes in nicely. Over here, it looks like it gets really close to the camera lens, but it really isn't. It's right underneath it. And you notice how it goes all the way around. So if you have a third-party case that you're looking for, this is going to be very case-friendly because of how much it stays away from the edges. I really prefer to have a tempered glass screen protector on these just to keep the smudges, and then I want to be able to grab anything and just wipe things down. So I'll also include links to the Super Shields in the comment area below for those of you who may be interested in something like this. Very inexpensive, and I'll keep the link there. So let me know what you thought about the keyboard. Let me know, are you going to pick one up? And if you have one, what's your experience like? I'm telling you, I think that this, in my opinion, is the best version of the Tab series. The Tab S6 definitely has the speed. It has, again, the implementation of the keyboard rocks, and I just love overall just the feel of it. So if you're picking up one, let us know. If you're interested in one, also let us know, and I'll have links in the description area if you're wondering about the price of any of these items. See you in the next one.